Africa's influence on global culture is everywhere, from music and film, to sports, fashion, and politics. But what many people don't realize is that some of America's biggest celebrities have direct African roots and family connections stretching across the continent. Some proudly celebrate their heritage, others discovered their ancestry through DNA testing, and a few have even returned to Africa to reconnect with their origins. Today, we're exploring 12 American celebrities with African origins and the fascinating stories behind their heritage. 1. Barack Obama. Former U.S. President Barack Obama has direct African heritage through his father, who came from Kenya. Obama's father belonged to the Luo ethnic group. Throughout his presidency, Obama often spoke about his African roots and even visited Kenya, where crowds celebrated him as a symbol of global African achievement. 2. Akon. Akon was born to a Senegalese family and spent part of his childhood in Senegal before moving to the United States. Beyond music, he became known for projects focused on African development, including energy initiatives and plans for futuristic cities in Africa. 3. Lupita Nyong'o. Academy Award-winning actress Lupita Nyong'o was born in Mexico to Kenyan parents from Kenya. She has openly embraced her African heritage and frequently promotes African storytelling, fashion, and representation in Hollywood. 4. Jidenna. Singer and rapper Jidenna was born to a Nigerian father from the Igbo ethnic group and an American mother. He often incorporates African fashion, history, and themes into his music and public image. 5. Beyoncé. Through ancestry research and cultural exploration, Beyoncé has celebrated connections to West African heritage in several projects. Her visual album projects and performances have featured African fashion, dance, and historical symbolism that introduced millions of global fans to African-inspired culture. 6. Kobe Bryant. While Kobe Bryant was not African by nationality, he developed strong connections across Africa through humanitarian work and NBA outreach programs. Bryant became deeply admired throughout the continent and frequently visited African countries promoting youth development and sports initiatives. 7. Cardi B. Cardi B made headlines after visiting Ghana and Nigeria, where she received massive support from African fans. Her visits highlighted the growing cultural connection between African entertainers and the global music industry. 8. Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan's influence stretches far beyond America. His brand became hugely influential across Africa, inspiring generations of African athletes and basketball culture throughout the continent. 9. Naomi Campbell. Naomi Campbell has long supported African fashion industries and designers. She has promoted African creatives globally and worked closely with emerging talent from countries across the continent. 10. Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle has publicly discussed reconnecting with African culture and participated in major cultural events in Ghana during the Year of Return. His visit reflected a broader movement of African Americans exploring ancestral connections to Africa. 11. Viola Davis. Viola Davis played a major role in bringing African historical narratives to global audiences through films inspired by African kingdoms and warrior traditions. Her work helped spark international interest in African-centered storytelling. 12. Kanye West. Kanye West has repeatedly drawn inspiration from African culture, fashion, architecture, and music aesthetics throughout his career. His influence helped push African-inspired creativity further into mainstream global pop culture. Africa's cultural influence reaches far beyond geography. Through ancestry, migration, music, film, sports, and fashion, African identity continues shaping global entertainment and modern culture. For many celebrities, reconnecting with Africa is not just about heritage. It's about identity, history, and rediscovering stories that were often lost through generations. In recent years, more African Americans and global celebrities have visited African countries, explored DNA ancestry, and embraced cultural connections to the continent. Social media and entertainment have also helped African culture gain unprecedented international visibility. From Afrobeats to African fashion, the world is paying attention to Africa like never before. The connection between Africa and the global diaspora continues to grow stronger every year. And behind many of the world's most famous faces are stories that trace back to the African continent. Stories of migration, identity, survival, and cultural influence that helped shape the modern world. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more African history, untold stories, and global connections the world rarely talks about. And comment below. Which celebrity surprised you the most?